I love songwriting, but to talk about like the hits.
19. You have 19
But I only
number
wrote
one.
18 of them.
That time, people like to put you in a box. No, you're pop. No, you're R&B. No, you're rock. No, you're this. And you're like, no, darling, I'm all of it.
I used my $300 to book that studio session. And I was like, good, because I don't got no more money.
That's a reveal for the first time. No one's ever heard that.
I think that they think we get in the studio with men and they tell us what to do and we do it and you know.
That does happen sometimes.
Right. but a lot
Sorry. You look beautiful.
You look so gorgeous.
You look amazing. Let me see these rings. Gorgeous. I want to do gold again.
I love you in gold.
Go with the thick, real, what do you call it? Gold.
Oh, gosh. Where shall I start? Where shall I start with you, Mariah Carey?
Hello.
I will start with thinking that I actually was you dancing in the fields to Dream Lover, holding flowers to my face.
Yes,
this,
the hair whip.
everything, and whipping my hair. Like I was like, oh no, I am Mariah. I had the shorts like Mariah. I had the tops like Mariah. I decided to get into butterflies like Mariah. Somebody was like, for God's sakes, like dragonflies or something.
rainbows.
I was like, no, it's about the butterfly.
Leading up to today, I was thinking about, my first moments with your music, and it's so vivid in my brain of the summers with my little sister, and my little cousins in the basement, putting on your album and making up dances to the whole thing, top to bottom. And I was stripped. I was like, y'all remember what we did yesterday? Okay, let's hit it again. But also seeing women of color float so effortlessly between R&B and pop and whatever she wanted to be was so divine and important for me.
It wasn't effortlessly.
To me, it was.
I went through some stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for saying
Yeah, but
that.
you weren't scared of it. And I think that's something to note and remember.
And you just did it with so much grace. You do it with so much grace. And then
I love you.
I love you, period. And the first time I met you, it was with the ladies. And I remember we were so stoked. And I was like, we gonna look crazy when she turn around and see us? Because we were like, I remember it was at Soul Train, and we shared the same publicist, Yvette.
Yes.
Sure.
Nice.
And Yvette was like, Mariah said she was gonna meet you. I was like, oh my God.
We had met you guys in the trailer.
Was
first.
it the trailer?
There was a trailer moment. I came to see you.
Not you really killing on the memory, and I'm not. Oh my God.
I came to see you, and you guys were in there, and I was just like, let me come in and say hi.
We were so happy anytime there was an encounter with you, period. And you were always very warm and very cool.
Do you remember when you sang Fantasy?
Yes! I was nervous AF, nervous AF.
I was so excited that night. That was BET, correct?
Yep. You were being honored at
I was being honored.
Yeah, it was BET Honors, and you were being honored, of course. Yes.
It was an honor to have you there.
Thank you.
And she sang my song, Fantasy, and it was amazing. And you've just done so many, really great things for me. So thank you, darling.
Thank you, Mariah. Thank you.
I was telling you, my mom,
I know.
She had me at 19, and I remember all of her 20s. Destiny's Child was the soundtrack to her life. And I've seen her cry, I've seen her laugh, I've seen so many transitional moments happen with that music, and I think that's the beauty of it.
Tight, then lets me go. He loves me now, he loves me. He holds me tight, then lets me go.
So Ravyn, I'm just getting to know your music, but I really do like Love Me Not.
Yeah.
It's really good, and
thank you.
It just has it has something about it that I don't know. It just like takes you back to childhood.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think the most interesting thing that people say is that it feels like it could be from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. So that to me is like what you ladies have done with your music, and I'm so inspired by.
I remember the first time I heard your record. I remember thinking, oh, she likes to break the rules. In the best way, like not putting you in a box. I think that's the best thing about listening to all your records, because like, coming up at 2001, 2, 3, 4, like that time people like to put you in a box. No, you're pop, no, you're R&B, no, you're rock, no, you're this. And you're like, no, darling, I'm all of it. And that's what it really feels like. And I love that about your work.
Looking for the dangerous, looking for the
I always loved writing songs, even as a little girl. Just, you know, like being a little kid and just drawing, writing, you know, little things like that. That's how I grew up to become a songwriter.
Do you remember what your first song you wrote was?
Oh my gosh, there are so many from a little bit older. I'm trying to think of when I'm little. But you know, other ones. I had this song, "I'll Get Back at You."
I'll get back at you.
Terrible. It was "I'll get back at you."
Oh my gosh, do you know how old you were?
I was like 12. Working in this guy's house. I was doing like commercials for them, little ads and stuff that they would sell. And then I started writing over there and doing that.
I'll get back at you.
I know.
I know, that's a reveal for the first time. No one's ever heard that.
That's hilarious to me.
Somebody made you mad.
I know.
That's to say, I'll
I
get
just
back
made
at
up
you.
a story and was like, "I'll get back at you."
I love it. How old were you when you first started writing songs?
I wrote my first song when I was 15.
15?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember I was working with a producer from Chicago at the time, and there was a studio named Classic Studios literally right around my high school, and I was a freshman. I was doing a summer program for kids where you would go, you would do music all day, and they would give you a stipend for it at the end of the summer.
Oh, wow.
So I used my $300 to book that studio session, and I recorded that song, and the studio owner, he said, "You don't ever have to pay for studio time ever again." And I was like, good, because I don't got no more money. That's it.
I enjoyed songwriting when it's like with a whole bunch of people. I don't actually think I've ever sat down to write a song by myself.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
But I should actually really try that this recording process that I'm
It
in right now.
releases,
So
or even if you have someone just playing on the keys
Yeah.
and you're telling them which way to go.
Yeah.
And then
I will do that.
Yeah, you do that. Or we can get together and write whatever you
Okay.
like.
I would love that. I love that.
Yeah.
I like picking up like the storytelling that starts with it, like how a song is like it's nothing on the paper and then it's just building itself.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then you go in and you're like, no, I don't want to write it down. Let me just put it down.
Yeah.
Like all the excitement and
Yeah.
urgency around it and the spontaneity of it. It's just a rush.
It's a rush.
Absolutely.
We begin this morning with Mariah Carey. It is one sweet day for the singer as she has been named as an inductee into the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
I love songwriting, but to talk about like the hits and how many songs.
Oh, you're 19. You have 19
but I only
number
wrote
one.
18 of them. So.
You've written 18 number one records.
Yeah.
That in itself
It's crazy.
is incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Thank you.
I'd probably have it on a shirt and on the back of a jacket.
Yes.
And maybe on the front of a hat.
Exactly.
Just
Bumper sticker,
Yes.
maybe.
18, what does that mean? Oh, darling, I've written that many.
No, but the thing is, people don't want to give you your propers.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't. They just, oh, she's this, and she, we don't know if she's a songwriter or all this stuff. And I'm like, hello, I'm in the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Right.
Yes.
That was a huge deal for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was, I can't even explain it.
You deserved
But
it.
thank you.
You deserved it. When I first heard about women writing and producing, and then watching certain MTV and VH1 specials, and you would be working everything out. Even what you did with the One Sweet Day with Boyz II Men, you could tell you were in it. You know what I mean? And everything was so consistent, the sound and the way you put things together, and even how you found just these moments to just slide down notes, it was just honey. No pun intended, but it was just so empowering to know that you could write and produce.
Right.
And people everywhere would love it.
Right.
Well, it's also at that time, I didn't realize that people were allowing me to do that. I just was I was just doing it, bring up these 2 tracks in the background or do this or that. And it was never a big deal to me, but I guess it was.
Yes.
Taking control of your vision, period, is producing. And I think that's left out of the conversation a lot with women. I think that they think we get in the studio with men and they tell us what to do and we do it. And
that does happen sometimes.
Right. but a lot
Sorry.
Because I feel like I just heard every single last one of her stories in that one. Well, that does happen sometimes. I heard all of it.
But then, even if that's not the story, some people don't believe it.
So I started producing my vocals when I was working on my demo. Before I had a record deal, before anything, and I was singing on a PZM microphone. Anyway, I was doing background vocals and loving it, just deciding what parts were gonna go where.
Yeah.
And I was in this woodshed. It was like a woodshed that this guy had.
What are you doing in a woodshed?
It was in New York. It was not inside, but it was like a woodshed that his father had, this place.
Okay.
And so I was in the woodshed working on vocals. And with this guy that was like my writing partner at the time. And from there, I kept doing it. I just kept, once I got a deal, I still did that. I was doing all my own backgrounds. I think if anything, my main thing is the background vocal production. Yeah. That's what I love to do the most. But not necessarily in a woodshed.
Although we got some magic in the woodshed.
We got some good stuff.
We got some magic in the woodshed for sure.
I think backgrounds are the first thing that I hear in music. It's my everything. So people like you or Janet Jackson or Patrice Rushen, those people was I heard those and I was like, how do you make a world with your voice, in different tones and different feelings and colors. So that, I think, is the most memorable thing to me about music. And then, how you use your voice, too.
And then when you can really flex and go for a whistle tone.
You gotta teach me.
Then when you can flex harder. Yeah. And I'm gonna just harmonize this whistle tone and this whistle tone and maybe one more.
Right.
It's
for
such
fun.
a flex.
Just for fun.
For sure.
For laughs.
Sometimes I like to do vocal production by myself, and sometimes I like someone in there with me. And what I love the most is bringing out the sass and personality. When you say certain words a certain way, or are noticing what things need to be caressed or finessed more than others. And when you think you're done with a song and then you go in there, I don't know if you guys do this, but I'll go in there and I'm like, oh, we should scratch it. Can I do it again? Right. And then it's maybe 2 more times, because then you kind of wiggled your way in the song. Yeah.
I've done that a lot.
Okay.
Over and over and over.
Yes, yes. It just somehow finds a way to just evolve and get better and better.
You don't know what you mean to me. I do. All I think about is you.
I remember Dilemma's video.
Yes,
and the red I want red hair.
Wow. And it's more than you ever know. Boy, it's for sure.
I don't know who's brilliant idea it was to text on Microsoft Excel. But it chases me everywhere that I go. And everybody's always asking me, why were you? I said, I don't know. I was given the device. It had this on it. And here we are in the video. They're like, oh, we need a shot of it. I was like, okay, I guess this is right. And here we are, 25 years later. Why are you texting them? Man, I don't know. I don't know.
People actually got a lot.
Oh, no, I'm literally asked that every week. We're at 1 billion streams. So I'm just so stoked about that. It's so strange, like when they like pull certain things just out of the blue, and this thing goes viral. Right. Whatever it is.
With me right now in Love Me Not gaining traction on TikTok first, that was interesting for me to see. And then it also changed my idea of how we throw around a TikTok song or TikTok this or that. I think that with that platform, people just find the things that they love. And I found that great songs I've been able to find the rest of the world through something like TikTok. But I think there's something really cool about people not needing, the money or the backing or the label or the whole production to get their music out into the world. It's a conscious thing for me to have to think about, even with the new music. Not feeling like I have to outdo what just happened or follow it or try to chase it. And I think that's something I'm having to be mindful. Outdo, yes. But the chasing thing.
You are so honest and I'm looking for it. In my head, I'm going, but I mean, truth be told, like it is a new part of like the cachet for labels.
Yeah.
I think it was Adele that said, everybody's making a song for the TikTok, and I'm thinking I'm supposed to make a song for the TikTok, and I ended up making a song. Like, who's making the songs for me? And I was so happy I heard that, because I remember I was actually like warped-minded. Like when I thought about that for a second, I was like, oh gosh, and I'm supposed to be making songs for TikTok, and I'm like, well, how many times are you supposed to say this one word? Or, you know what I mean? Does this go with this move? Like, I don't want to think about songwriting like that. It doesn't even make any sense. And how that whole trend started is somebody just making a great song.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But like the rest of it is like wild how it's just so spontaneous. So you still got to make music for yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think it's a combination of everything that goes into making a song successful.
Yeah.
And, some of that is obviously streaming. A lot of people still look to radio as a place for a song to live.
Yeah.
It's interesting. You said you didn't want to have to chase things, and that's why I said, but you do.
Yeah.
Because now you're competitive. You know what I mean? No, I feel you're from Chicago. I know you're competitive. Somewhere in there. Everybody got a little piece of it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You're going to try to literally outbeat yourself every single time.
My mama said, don't do that.
Just have the fun when you're doing it.
Just have fun while you're doing it.
Yeah. Talk your shit and tell your great stories. And where you are, they will come.
They will find
They
me.
will follow.
How do you approach longevity, Miss Mariah?
I think that having longevity is almost impossible for most people. Because if you look at it, it's really tough because you got to try so hard just to figure out where you're going and figure out like what type of style you want to reinvent yourself with. It's a lot of reinvention in my little world that happens. And it's not because I don't like myself or don't want to be like my former self, but I haven't really fully reinvented myself. I haven't done like your color hair or pink color hair. I really haven't done that because I don't see that. I don't see myself there. So I just try to do my best, write my best version of what a song is. It's just feeling emotions. I was looking back at some of my stuff from back in the days, and this show that I did called Unplugged. it's like, I don't like the way I did my hair. Like, what is that?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I wore this hair because of that.
No, but
today.
But that's Dream Lover you're talking about.
Girl, I'm talking about vision of love, emotions. When I saw you just nod your head, that's why my hair is doing that. Because if something was definite on a song and Mariah said, and you put your head down and threw your hair back, and then you smiled, I was,
Oh, that is sweet. That did happen. Okay, I can like it. I can like it again.
Yeah, and the all black was fly. It looked so like dope for that time, especially
like,
for
timeless.
that time. You always knew like what was gonna be fly years later. It's like it didn't matter what you were, it was timeless.
I appreciate you.
Baby, I'ma be a motivation.
Yeah.
I'm curious about doing it in front of everyone's eyes, and people watching like that development. How did that feel for you?
I don't even think I thought about it.
Okay.
To be honest.
You weren't hyper aware
No,
of it?
no.
Yeah.
It's just like trying stuff out and like see what works.
Yeah.
I mean, like with life and experience, and you have to evolve. I think when you evolve and you write from an honest place and where you're from, and or even where you've been, or like, you know, having something but losing it, whether it's a relationship or esteem in that time for self, you know what I mean? Like all these things matter in the music because you're not the same person you were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
I think I would agree with that.
I can't spin this one wish
I don't know, I think similar to what you said, Kelly, of just showing up as your most honest self in that moment and the best you can. That's what creates the waves of longevity and timeless music and, I don't know, a spirit that lives. But also, like, you know, looking at the trajectories of, you know, so many amazing women in music and looking at the things they did to you know, create a legacy and a body of work and a spirit in the world that people love and remember.
When I said, but you do, I really meant it. Like, you're gonna have to get after these things. Come on, girl.
Yeah.
I felt that. I did. She said, come on, girl.
That's funny.
Could somebody be a lamb and hand me this water?